In the annals of military history, there are tales of valor, of cunning strategy, and of overwhelming odds. But there is one conflict so bizarre, so utterly absurd, it stands alone. This is the story of a war where a modern army, armed with machine guns, declared war on a nation of birds. And lost. This is the true story of Australia's Great Emu War. The year is 1932. The world is grappling with the Great Depression, and in the vast, dusty plains of Western Australia, a new crisis is brewing. Thousands of Australian veterans, given land after World War I to cultivate wheat, find themselves facing an unexpected enemy. Not a foreign power, but a native one, a relentless, feathered horde. 20,000 emus, driven by drought from the interior, descended upon the farmlands of Campion and Walgoolan. To them, these fields of wheat weren't private property, they were an all-you-can-eat buffet. They trampled fences, devoured crops, and left a trail of agricultural devastation in their wake. The farmers were desperate. They had fought in the trenches of Europe, but this was a different kind of invasion. Frustrated and facing ruin, they appealed to the government. Their request was simple. They didn't just want help, they wanted military intervention. The Australian government, in a decision that would echo through history with glorious absurdity, agreed. The Minister of Defence, Sir George Pearce, officially declared war. The target, the emu population of Western Australia. The mission was placed in the hands of Major G.P.W. Meredith of the Royal Australian Artillery. His arsenal, two state-of-the-art Lewis machine guns and a staggering 10,000 rounds of ammunition. The media eagerly covered the story, anticipating a swift and decisive victory for mankind, soldiers, guns, and a clear objective. What could possibly go wrong? The first engagement was set. Major Meredith and his men located a flock of about 50 emus. The trap was laid. The soldiers took their positions. The heavy Lewis guns were mounted, and on command, they opened fire. The plan was to annihilate the flock in a hail of bullets. But the emus had other ideas. Instead of panicking into a single, easy-to-target group, they scattered. They split into countless small units, running in every conceivable direction, making it impossible for the gunners to draw a bead. They were nimble, they were fast, and they were unpredictable. The Army's second attempt involved an ambush near a local dam, where over 1,000 emus were spotted. This time, surely, they would succeed. But as the soldiers opened fire, the lead machine gun jammed after just a few rounds. The birds, startled but largely unharmed, scattered once more before the second gun could make any real impact. Days turned into a week of frustrating, comical failure. The soldiers would chase the birds in trucks over rough terrain, trying to shoot from a bouncing platform, an exercise in utter futility. The emus could run at nearly 30 miles per hour, effortlessly dodging the sprays of bullets. Major Meredith, a seasoned military man, was dumbfounded. He reported that his men had fired thousands of rounds for a paltry number of kills, perhaps a few dozen at most. He famously remarked, "If we had a military division with the bullet-carrying capacity of these birds, it would face any army in the world. They can face machine guns with the invulnerability of tanks." The emu, a creature with a brain the size of a peanut, had outmaneuvered the Australian military. The media, which had initially hyped the campaign, now turned to ridicule. Headlines mocked the Emu War and the Army's embarrassing defeat. The operation was a costly failure and a public relations disaster. Less than a month after it began, the troops were withdrawn. The guns fell silent, the soldiers went home. And in the fields of Western Australia, the emus remained. They had faced the might of a modern military and had emerged, not just unscathed, but victorious. They roamed the plains, a feathered symbol of improbable triumph. The Great Emu War was over. The emus had won.